Hi everyone, so today I want to make a video, probably kind of quick, or well, actually I don't know if that's the case, but either way, I had seen on HSN that they had released a lot of the Diamond Press Autoships, the ones that are a little more fall related, so I want to show you some of the ones that I have that I picked up. Of course, whenever Diamond Press does an auto ship, generally I get on that auto ship program, so I order it even if I had already received the kit for review. You know, you got to get in with auto ship, like with the first iteration, and then you continue going. So I'll link the new kits that are available in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links, so thank you for using those. They had a few different ones, and it's funny because I already packaged mine up and put them away, because remember the other day I was showing you guys a quick video that I was putting away all my Diamond Press things, you know, sorting and reorganizing and all that kind of stuff, and it was so easy to go to my box. It says auto ship, it's almost full, so obviously I'm going to start another box. Actually, I do already have another box started, but anyway, these are the more recent auto ships, and so it was just easy to go in there, and I'm like, oh, the sewing apron. So right now they have the sewing apron auto ship is now available. So if you hadn't gotten in on the first iteration, you can grab this guy. I have not made a tutorial on it. As you can see, it's perfectly pristine. I just popped it in here. I don't think I worked with one of them, I think, that I'm going to show you, but I just want to show you what's available. And we'll probably work with the nesting card set today. So I already did a whole unboxing of this in a haul video. I mean, how cute. I love the yarn that it has a little wrapper for it, and so you can, you know, stamp it on a colored, you know, maybe tone on tone with your little wrapper, your little label there, and all kinds of cute stuff. So that's the sewing apron that just showed up, and it even has a little like bobbin, which is so cute. Like what do they got called bobbins? What are those things called? Like a thread minder, but a little one, so you can put it in the pocket and have some little thread on there. I just think that's so cute. There's also a bobbin on there, or a spool. The gifts nesting tag. I did do a review tutorial of this. I'll link that in the description box. Hopefully I remember to do that. This one is now available, and this one was really great because it's all tags, and I think I cut it down. See how big it is? It didn't fit in here, so I just cut it in a way that made sense to me. So that's part of the dies, and this is the other part, because otherwise it was like this. This one's really great. Again, this one started off with that celebrations, maybe it made like a little pizza box, if you guys remember. So everything that nests with this has to do with squares. So you have the to and from you can nest in there, or a gift for you, and I have a tutorial on this, and I made a few different tags. Really great for a tag set. It has stencils and stamps and all of that. So there's that one. The fall pumpkins cross stitch. I have not done this one yet, and usually when the cross stitch ones come in, I just make a tutorial because, you know, I'm super excited to try them out and things. And I just realized all I did was package this one away. So the fall pumpkins cross stitch, super cute again with the cross stitch, the design. Basically, you have some little stitches, and then you add in the colors, so like your little hedgehog. It's just, you know, he has a few different things going on. So he has his little body, most of the little quills, I don't know what they have on their back, and then some accent ones, so maybe you want to do 2 different shades of brown, or brown and black, or whatever. The little fox, I mean, again, put together the same way, so you're just layering these things. The little border. I love that this one has the frames that are more like a squoval look, where it's like a square oval. Lovely, so cute. And then what we're going to work with today, which honestly, this one caught me off guard when I was putting away. I'm like, when did I get this? I don't remember receiving this, because I would have jumped on it. I love Halloween stuff, so I don't know. But fall Halloween nesting is what I called it, but that's just for me to know where to put these things away. Yeah, I feel like this didn't come in that long ago, right? Maybe I was just waiting for the auto ship to be available. But here's To a Night of Mischief and Belly Full of Sweets. Have a spectacular Halloween, big sentiments. And then we have yes, I do remember the little pumpkins and everything. The background with like the swirling leaves, and again, these nest, and if you have the auto ship, you can mix and match them. A lot of times the auto ships are very specific. Maybe you can do this with the Christmas one, and you might think, why, like, how would that be? Because it has little stars at the top, right? So maybe it would be something like a Starry Night with like these things, or however. But some of them are super specific, where maybe it doesn't make a lot of sense to interchange them. But we have the pumpkins, and then the little scary tree, and then the little like Halloween scene there, and then we have sentiments, you know, that you can also cut out. And then the pumpkins actually have little stems and things to accent them with, which is really cute. Oh, actually it's for these pumpkins. Sorry guys. Hello. Duh. Alright, and then the little faces also with those guys, and trick or treat. I think today I will work with this because it's interesting the way they did it. So we have the pumpkin, and then you have the inlay, and then you have the little toppers bits for the vines or whatever, or stems, I guess, at that point. Yeah, so we're gonna play with this one today. And so what I'm going to do is grab a card base and some other items. I have a card base right here, A2 size, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to grab some background papers and all that, and I'll be right back. So what we have here is the card base, and then I cut this yellow paper for the background. What I think I'm going to do is put the Halloween like scene, and then put these little pumpkins like in the front. So I did cut this piece of paper down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, but this cuts its own background, like the whole thing. So with this guy, actually I'm going to do it just the way this is shown here. I don't know if this, I don't recall right now if it's exactly like 4 1/4 by 5.5 or what, but I'm just going to cut paper that's close to that, and then we'll see. But I did cut the matte layer a little bit smaller anyway, which is fine for me. Okay. Already filling up my space here. Let's get these papers out of the way. And then this guy, we're gonna tape him down. And this guy can just be in here. Something like that. Oh, I'm out of tape. Usually I have little tape pieces stuck to my table that I just reuse and reuse, but apparently I've used them all up. Okay, so we have that guy there. Just gonna center here. And I'm going to use a well-loved folder. Maybe not this one. That's too well-loved. How about this one? Okay, there we go. And whenever I use these things, I always try to angle them as much as I can, just so that your rollers don't hit a bump and then just kind of skip over that area. So with these, I mean, they're pretty much max out the cutting folder, so I angle it as much as I can. And that felt pretty good. Well, I think I'm a little bit too over on this side. We'll see what happens. Alright. You know, it starts going in, then maybe it shifts on you a little bit. I'm like, but it was perfectly fine. Look at that. Cute. The little leaves are super cute for confetti. But there we have that and that, and let me see. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's even smaller than that. Okay. I don't remember that, because again, like I said, I don't remember the size. So this must be 4 by 5 1/4 or something. Yep, it's 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit smaller than 4, a little bit smaller than 5 1/4, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so yeah, sorry about that. Totally forgot that it was smaller. Okay. And these are great for shakers, you know that. Just put, you know, acetate behind here. That's a little bit smaller than 4, a little bit smaller than 5 1/4. And then you can have that and be really cute. For today, I'm just going to glue these guys straight down. And then we'll have our little pumpkin set in the front. So you can glue these guys together first, or whatever it is that you want. I'm just going to center this one, hopefully. That way when I come in with this one, it's basically around. And that's kind of why, like I said, I make it a little bit smaller than 4, a little bit smaller than 5 1/4, because that way I'm not fighting with both of them to have them perfectly paired up. So the one underneath is just a little bit smaller, but not too much smaller, because you don't want it to end up showing like behind these little leaves or whatever. Alright, so let's see. Cute. Love little ghosts. Just putting glue here and there wherever it especially helps. Okay. Alright, I'm going to hold that down for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Super cute. Pop a sentiment on there. You even have a die cut sentiment. Done, right? Maybe you want to stamp on the inside. Maybe you have the other sentiments. But we want to try out these little guys. I don't know if I'm going to have a sentiment and the little guys. We'll see. I already have the yellow back here. So if you look at your little example here, they're showing you, like, you know, run this through in black paper, run it through orange paper, then with the little inlay, and then your little pumpkin bits, right, the stems. So I don't know if I want to do black in the background or yellow. I always like to look like they're lit up inside, you know, but I already have that yellow and the black. I don't know. Well, let's make the oranges really, the pumpkins really orange is what I wanted to say. So, all right, let's go with black, I guess. So, a couple things. We're gonna run it through. My goodness, I have things everywhere. So let's run it through black, and I'm not taping it down or anything because it doesn't need to be. And then so we have our black background, and then we're gonna run it through some orange, super bright orange. I just had scissors, didn't I? And what did I do with them? Oh, they're back here. Okay. So this is what's interesting on this one, is that we're gonna run it through again, but separately. It's not an inlay the way they created this. But I suppose because they wanted to get the little cut lines in the pumpkins, so you can't really do an inlay unless they did two dies, I guess, that were exactly the same, but one with the inlay and one without. I guess that's the other way of doing that. But let's take that. Then we're gonna take this little guy, and basically I'm just gonna place it wherever because I don't really know where it's gonna cut, but I can see that the face would be there, right? That one, okay. Maybe a little bit of tape. Where's my tape from before? Still on this die over here. So yeah, when I saw these this morning, I was like, oh, cool, because I don't know that Diamond Press is going to have anything new in September on HSN. They might be bringing some stuff to their own site, so you'll definitely see that. But also, around these days, you know, I have a lot of launches for spellbinders, and I know the site, my page, my channel gets very spellbinders heavy, and I noticed the views are less and less and less as those days go by, and that's okay. But I know you guys like to see me working with other things, and you know, and then they're gonna have their September launches, right? So on the 10th, I start showing you all those collections from Spellbinders. So I wanted to break up the days today with this video. Look at that. How cute is that? Look at, oh my gosh. So again, you can do the faces or you don't have to, right? I mean, cute. Okay, last little bit is the little tops, and I don't know if I want to do them in probably green or brown. I have a bright green sitting here, but maybe, okay, how about this one? Let's do this dark green. Okay. So you're going to see a lot of, still some Spellbinders Club videos, because I have a couple left to do, or to release, should I say. I have them done. And then the new releases, you guys, they have such cute new things coming up. So you'll be seeing those very soon on the 10th or 9th, possibly sometimes. Let's see here. The little stems there. And I will say I may not have the tonic craft kit this month because I haven't received it yet, and it's our, you know, they launch on the 20th, so we will see. Hopefully I'll get it in the next few days, but I don't know if that's the case. I usually get it months in advance. Okay. So let me clear out this, let me clean up the space, and I'll be right back. Clear that is, but that's a little better, a little less distracting. So I'm gonna stick these guys down, like on here, just a little glue here and there. Oh, and then, since you guys know I have all these things going on, we're having a new roof, not a new roof installed, but basically re-roof is that a thing? I don't know. And we have a Spanish tile on your roof. Basically, they move all the tiles off, they do all the underlayment, everything new, if there's wood that needs to be replaced, all that kind of stuff. And then they put your tiles back on, and then plus any new ones if some got broken or whatever, which my roof is pretty good as far as that. So I don't expect too many replacement tiles, but that starts on Monday, guys, and I have a lot of things to get to, so I'm like, okay, this, you know, weekend I have to really be focusing on lots of things because they're gonna start knock all over my roof, right above my head, right, obviously. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. Usually, you know, whenever there's projects like that here in town, like around my neighborhood, I'm watching, I'm like, oh, that only took like 3 days or whatever. So hopefully it won't take too long. And there we go. And one last little bit. So if I go quiet, it'll be because of that, but it shouldn't, because I should have things ready for it this weekend. Look how cute. And it is definitely different from the yellow background. I don't know if you can tell. Why is the lighting there? Maybe you can see it better there. And my idea was just to put these guys here. So I will put some dimensionals on the back of this, and I'll be right back. Just put a little bit of dimensionals on the back of that little guy. I'm going to put these here. That looks adorable. And I try to change the lighting so you can see how orange these are compared to the yellow. Okay, that's better. And then we have, you know, you guys, to be honest, you know me. I'm more of a die cutter than I am a stamper. But I do like stamping and coloring, but you know, to a certain extent. But I really, even with sentiments, all that stuff, I really love die cutting. So I mean, that's my, well, I guess my first place really was stamping, because that was what we did a long time ago, right? But yeah, no, I'm into that. So we have Trick or Treat. That's really cute. Happy Halloween. Happy Fall, y'all. I mean, oh, the sentiments on here are so cute. I don't even think I mentioned them. So I'm going to run this through something festive. If I find something purple or maybe glittery gold or something fun like that, I'll run it through that, okay? And I'll be right back. It's cute glittery paper, and I ran it through in a way that I went forward and back, just in case, because sometimes glittery paper can be a little tricky, but this is tonic paper, and it cuts like a dream. That stuff from Michael's, not so much. So there's that. Okay, so we have Trick or Treat. You know what I'm going to do? I'm also going to run it through some orange paper. I feel like it's kind of blending in the background too much. So let me take that same bright orange to do that. I'll run this through and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's see that. And that one just ran it through once. Obviously it's just paper. Look how cute. And I think that'll do the trick as far as making it pop a little more. So we're going to glue that down like that, and that does just make it show up a little better. So take this guy. It's not that thin, but you know, it's a little something to work with. I'm just going to put glue all over this in the important spots there. Maybe take a little bit of that glue off so it's not just dripping everywhere, and then just putting this here and just offsetting it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up and I'll be right back, guys. So we have this cuteness, and then we have this little guy. I love this sentiment, so cute. That Happy Fall, y'all, is really nice size too. What a cute sentiment to have. And let's put this guy here. And let's see, I didn't really look to see, I mean, I was going to put it there. I think I'll still put it there, but maybe here. Okay, I'm going to hold that down and I'll be right back to show you our final card. Okay guys, and there it is. Lots of just simple die cutting. Makes it really easy, really cute. I love that little Trick or Treat, and there are little pumpkins down here with that cute background. Again, done super easily, super quick. Thanks for watching, guys. So yeah, I'll link all the different Autoships that are now available there on HSN. Super cute. Oh, I do want to mention that, you know, I was using these old cutting folders because that's just what I do, but each one of the sets I showed you comes with a new cutting folder, like, you know, Diamond Press always does. It's basically for their marquee machine, but if you don't have a marquee machine, you can run these through any machine that you have that cuts thin metal dies. And the reason I didn't show them is because I don't store my pockets with these guys, because they would make it a lot bulkier. So I just have a basket next to me here that I just, whenever I have these guys, I just pop them in there, and, you know, brand new ones, whatever, but they're all here. And after they get really, really warped, I'll like toss them out. But like even this one, I mean, it probably has, I don't know, I would say hundreds of cuts, maybe 100 cuts. I mean, I can see all these different little things that are here, and I'll still keep using it. But once I start, you know, just hoarding so many, I'm like, okay, I can let go of some of the ones that are more beat up. But they keep cutting, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I know I get questions about that a lot. People will say, oh, mine warped or whatever. It'll still cut. And but it warped, and it'll still cut though. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll have the links in the description box. I'll have images coming up, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.